I was thinking about a really powerful point earlier today, guys, and that is the fact that most people in the world are simply mindless consumers, not creators. And this becomes really important and powerful when we relate this back to the topic of creating the lifestyle that you want. How are you ever going to create that whilst you are a consumer, not a creator? You know, if you're not playing and winning your life, somebody else is winning it for you. If the item is free, you're usually the consumer. This sounds like a really random intro for a video, but I was listening to a statistic that I found super interesting the other day, and that was the fact that apparently there's about 3 billion users of YouTube. 3 billion people are active users on the platform. Yet despite that, the amount of creators who create content on a regular basis is closer to 70 million. So nearly half of the world's population use it as a percentage or as a number. Think about this as some context. Nearly half of the world's population use this platform. But the amount of people who create on it is closer to the population of the UK, right? Think about that for a sec. So, why do I bring this statistic up? Because while success means different things for everybody, we have this illusion that we're competing with a large number of people. In reality, we're not. We are, but we're not competing with a number that large. For example, if I say or show by creating content frequently that I want to be a YouTube creator, it might sound really daunting. 3 billion people use this platform. How can I ever find my footing in it? Because the reality is that the number of creators is closer to not even a tenth of that, right? And then we speak about the amount of channels that don't speak English, which is probably going to be a lot. What's my actual competitors? 5% of all users? 3% of all users on the whole platform I'm competing with? Is not as hard. So you're either playing the game or you're not. And this is what I find exceptionally interesting. Because I hear this from people all the time. I want to be successful at this. I want to try this. How do you do that? And yet they're not willing to put any effort in. This can be related to work, the workplace. It can be related to content creation. It can be related to money making. I was speaking to someone just last night who said, okay then, if you're so smart, tell me how I can make £500 online quickly. And I found this to be a completely asinine question, considering the fact that, link in bio guys, shameless plug, I've got a Patreon course where I teach people how to make money. My most profitable person has been able to consistently make over £1,000 a month, sometimes even over, from what I hear, £3,000-4,000. And that's not an exclusive case story, so it can be done easily. Link for that in the bio. I'm just going to say it, right? For the £30 that you might pay, the value that you could get back if you put a good effort in could be immense. So that's a quick touch on that subject. But no, the reality is people say, how do I do it? A lack of the ability to care or the fact that you can't be bothered doesn't mean it can't be done. I try and spend every day that I can sending signals out there. And this relates to a video that I published just the other day where I spoke about the fact I don't want to win life. A lot of people saw that as a negative video where I was talking about a negative subject. I wasn't. I don't want to win life, I just want to play. I just want a chance to win and play. No, the opposite of that. I want a chance to play, and by extension, I'm more likely to win. So, touching on what that means quickly, every single day that I am not, busy, completely doing something else, I am producing content, right? I'm either filming, I'm either uploading existing content, I'm either writing scripts for other YouTube channels that I have, I'm either writing stuff into, or creating stuff into YouTube Shorts or TikToks, or writing stuff on Twitter. I'm sending out signals. A lot of you guys say you want to be content creators, for example. How many videos do you produce? I'm sitting here, I'm going to produce a video for every day of the week, for the next week. Then I can cut that video, let's say we can make 3 YouTube Shorts out of each video, so on and so forth. I'm sending signals out there that I want to do this. We can talk about reselling on eBay. A lot of you guys say you want to do it, but how much effort do you put in? Now, if I'm not seeing you guys, and if you join my Patreon course, I'm going to be completely clear about this. If you join the tier where we have one-to-one conversations, I consider myself to be a fairly nice guy, but I'm also not going to lie to you, especially if you've paid for a service and my reputation is on the line. I'm not going to lie and say that you're doing well if you're not. If you join my Patreon and we speak, I want to see you guys doing an X amount of listings a day, and I'm going to hold you responsible to that in the hopes of making you more successful. Because the reality is, so many people expect that they're going to get something out of not putting results in. For example, I'm going to use the eBay case. Because it's something that I know a lot about. I resell on eBay myself, of course. If I upload 500 items into my store, there's a pretty decent likelihood that if I'm doing that consistently, I might make some sales. I can't put an exact figure on it, it's too impossible to do so. But it's pretty likely that I'll make more sales than the guy who's listed one item. If I can list 10 items a day, I'll probably sell more than the guy who lists one. Or none, obviously. That should be quite clear. If I want to be a aspiring YouTuber, there was a time when I was building this YouTube channel where I was uploading 5 videos a day. And this is bringing me back to my point about consumerism versus creation, right? If you genuinely want to make this work, you need to put an effort into it. And this is why I'm so heavy on content creation, and obviously I say content creation first because it's the only thing that you guys can see. For example, I talk about my eBay and my reselling, but you guys can't really see that in the same way. And what I mean is, I can obviously make money. You might see, for example, the car that I'm driving or something, and it's some degree of a measure, but you don't see the work that goes into it. I don't know if that makes sense. Whereas content creation, you can see, right, Aaron's uploaded another video, second one of the day. Aaron's uploaded 2 more shorts. That's an extra 2 for the day. I don't know. Aaron's uploaded another TikTok. He's uploaded another X post. He's uploaded another, so on and so forth. You get to see the work in front of your own eyes. And you guys know I'm constantly sending signals out. Now, I know at the minute I've only hit 3,000 subscribers, generally not that large. But in the context of the whole world, that's if I can speak, that's more followers than most people get. And I've spoken about this in a separate video that I filmed actually earlier today. It's really humbling that at this stage I can have a message and people listen. I'm not saying it's got the influence of someone like Mr. Beast, let's say. I'm not saying it's influential like that. But if I put a post up saying go and see this website or go and look at my new thing, someone, at least one person, is going to watch it. Why have I built up an audience like that? Down to the fact that I've been sending signals out. Of course, you have to have some value to provide. That is, of course, true. But it's the general fact of, what am I trying to say? Putting those signals out there in the first place that has drawn you guys to the channel. And this is not just a story for me, but my story. I need to share that. I hate people who share experiences that they haven't lived. I'm sharing something that I've done and you've seen it in real time. I built this YouTube channel. So, I understand that going forwards, continuous work needs to be going into this. And here's where things get really interesting. Relate this back to your life too, guys, because this is powerful. The more you try, the luckier you get. The more you try with things, the easier things become. And another huge thing related to that is bear in mind that there is nothing that can be as great as pulling this off. And of course, I'm talking specifically now about YouTube, but it doesn't have to be that. I'm just going to give you an example that you can see, which is YouTube. Think about a job, think about a partner, think about a career, think about a language that you want to learn. For me, I want to make money on YouTube. A large amount of money, a decent amount of money. I want people to listen to what I have to say. I want to help people. I want to inspire people. So that's a big message for me. I've made quite a nice amount of money. That's true. Not from YouTube, actually. I've not really made that much. From my businesses, from my job, I've made quite a nice amount of money. And I've got quite a nice amount of savings, to be honest. I know how it feels to not have money. I don't like that, to be honest. I know how it feels to have a decent amount of money. I obviously like that. But for me, as someone who's had 2 YouTube channels before, which have hit over 20k subscribers, you upload a video and like that, it's got 1,000 views. Nothing is more powerful or rewarding, I would say, than that, than helping people, than inspiring people, than having people listen. So with that being one of the backdrops to why I'm producing so much content, no matter what it is in your life, money, jobs, friends, relationships, career, whatever, Nothing is going to be more rewarding than pulling this off. And of course, it's going to take extra determination that you don't need. Don't need. And what I mean by that is, I don't have to create YouTube videos. I'm certainly not in it for that money, because it's not working on that front, let's not lie. You might get my, like, 100, 200 a month on a good month. Realistically, more like £50 a month. It's nice, but it's not anything, let's be honest. So I'm definitely not in it for the money right now. But if I do make it on this channel, or any others, or any other business, the rewards, the consequences of pulling this off cannot be met or matched by any other parameters of life. There is no amount of Netflix consumption that can be as rewarding as living your dream. There is no amount of sleep, let's say. I mean, you do need sleep, of course. I know there's a lot of these people on the internet who say that you don't. I think that's a load of nonsense. But there's no amount of extra lay-ins that you don't need that can be as rewarding as spending that extra hour, let's say, on your business. The benefits of pulling this off are immeasurable. It's the ultimate happiness. That's just the truth of it. So going back to the actual beginning of this video, because I know I make these videos and, you know, I'm going to just be honest. These videos are just my thoughts. Maybe it shows that I've got a scrambled brain. Maybe I speak more concisely than I even know. I don't understand. I don't know. But what I'm going to say is this. We live in a world where consumerism is okay. Most people are more comfortable than they like to admit. And they may have moments where they're not, but generally they're happy enough with life to make it not matter. You need to be ultimately willing to understand that nothing will be as powerful as pulling this off. This is the ultimate goal. Achieving what you want to achieve is the ultimate goal, and nothing can ever be stronger than that. So, in summary of this episode, what is the actual aim? And how much effort are you putting towards it? Because the competition is oftentimes less than you even know. The competition is often not as large as is actually made out. And it wouldn't be as hard to beat. If you're doing better than the average person, you're probably in with a fair shot. But how many people out there are, again, more leaning towards the side of being complete consumers than creators? It's funny because over the past 6 months, I've never spent more time on my phone and my computer. On my phone, generally, I've got 12 hours a day of screen time, a lot of the time. Same for my computer. But you know what it is? It's things like this. I've been sat here for 3 hours. That's 3 hours of screen time. Sounds like a complete waste of a life. But I'm driving towards the ultimate goal. So it's easier than it seems. And it's easier than you can ever imagine. Because I want to do this, I need to do this, and I can make this work. Thank you guys, and I'll see you soon.